Okay, so you got a notice from the IRS. It can feel pretty intimidating, right? Especially one like the CP567 telling you your ITIN application was rejected. It just feels like you've hit a brick wall. But don't worry, we're going to break down exactly why this happens and, more importantly, how you can fix it. Does this sound familiar? I mean, this is a real quote from someone who was stuck in this exact loop. It just perfectly captures that frustrating catch-22 situation so many people find themselves in. It's confusing, for sure, but I promise you, it is solvable. All right, let's get right into it. I want you to think of that CP567 notice not as a hard rejection, but more like a riddle from the IRS. And, like any good riddle, it has a surprisingly simple answer once you know the secret. So let's solve it together. First up, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. What even is an ITIN? Well, an ITIN, that's an individual taxpayer identification number, is purely for federal tax purposes. It's for people who have to file a tax return but aren't eligible for a Social Security number. It's not for work, it doesn't change your immigration status, it just lets you follow US tax law. So why? Why do so many of these applications get turned down? Honestly, it almost always comes down to one single core misunderstanding of how the process works. And it's probably not that you filled out a form wrong, it's that you did things in the wrong order. In this slide right here, this is the whole secret. This is the entire puzzle unlocked. Logically, you'd think you get the ITIN number first, then you file your taxes with it. Makes sense, right? Well, the IRS wants the exact opposite. You have to prepare your tax return first and then submit the ITIN application with it in the same package. The application can't just be processed by itself. And that's exactly why your notice probably lists one of these reasons. They all point back to the very same issue. The ITIN application, your Form W-7, was sent in all by itself. The main takeaway here is that the ITIN application needs a tax return right there with it to give it a reason to exist. Okay, so now we know the why. Let's get to the how. We're done with the diagnosis. Now it's time for the blueprint for success. This is the clear step-by-step path to getting that application approved. All right, here's the game plan. First, you're going to prepare your federal tax return, like the Form 1040. When you get to the spot for the person needing the ITIN, write their name, but just leave that Social Security or ITIN box blank. Second, you'll complete the Form W-7, which is the actual ITIN application. Third, get your identity documents together. And finally, this is the most important part, put everything, the tax return, the W-7, and the documents into one single package to mail. And this is the form we're talking about, the W-7. It's the official request. Now, here's a little pro tip. When you send this in, attach it to the very front of your paper tax return. That's the signal to the IRS that says, hey, process this form first, give me an ITIN, and then process the tax return that's attached. Okay, and one more really critical detail. Do not mail this package to the normal address you see in the tax form instructions. It has to go to a special department. This address right here, the ITIN operation in Austin, Texas, that is the only place that handles these special combined filings. Using the wrong address is just going to lead to more delays. Now, if you're thinking that mailing your original passport or other vital documents sounds a little risky, and yeah, for a lot of people, it really is, there's a powerful alternative that makes this whole thing much smoother and a lot safer. And the numbers here really speak for themselves. According to the Taxpayer Advocate Service, if you use what's called a Certifying Acceptance Agent, or a CAA, your acceptance rate jumps to over 85%. Compare that to just under 69% if you mail everything yourself. That's a huge difference in your odds of success. So what is a CAA? Well, think of them as professionals authorized by the IRS specifically to help people with this exact process. And here's their superpower.
They can review and certify your original documents for you. That means you don't have to mail your actual passport to the IRS and then nervously wait for weeks or even months to get it back. So, to sum it up, you use a KAA, you get to keep your passport safe in your hands. You dramatically increase your odds of getting approved on the first try. And you get an expert to guide you and make sure the whole application is perfect before it even gets sent. For a lot of people, that peace of mind is worth everything. All right, we've gone through the problem and the solutions. But let's wrap up by talking about the payoff. I mean, why go through all this trouble? Because getting an ITIN is about so much more than just a number on a tax form. It's really important to be crystal clear on what an ITIN can do and what it can't do. It's for filing your taxes and claiming benefits you're entitled to. It is absolutely not for work authorization or Social Security. But if you look on the left side of this slide, you'll see its power goes way beyond just taxes. It's your ticket to participating more fully in the US financial system. Think about what this actually unlocks in your real life. With an ITIN, you can open a US bank account, which is just fundamental. From there, you can start building a credit history, which lets you apply for credit cards, get a loan for a car, and really establish the kind of financial footprint that is so essential for life in the United States. So here's the bottom line. That frustrating CP567 notice isn't a dead end. It's just a solvable puzzle. And fixing it doesn't just let you file your taxes the right way, it gives you the key to start building a financial life here. Your ITIN is your entry point, and now you know exactly what to do.